Another creature of the night that frequents damp woodland, rarely seen and always keeping an eye out for danger, is the woodcock. These wading birds are adapted to a life in broadleaf, wet woodland, nesting on the ground and feeding in damp woodland floor clearings. Their cryptic plumage blends so well in their woodland floor habitat that they are all but invisible until they take sudden flight if disturbed. It has eyes on the sides of its head to give it 360-degree vision to spot approaching predators, and it probes in the ground for food with its long, sensitive bill, mainly for earthworms, making it vulnerable to cold weather when the ground remains frozen. The male performs a courtship flight known as rodding. However, thousands of these birds are arriving in Britain from Russia, Latvia and Scandinavia, while some of our resident woodcocks are migrating to Ireland and France. They're also known as longbills, or the snipe of the woods, and in Shetland, muckle snipex. Their Welsh name, which I think is pronounced Cerfalog, means a bird of the tree.
Truck.
In cold weather, even on migration, they can be seen feeding in ditches, and may even turn up in urban areas and gardens. That would be a surprise. However, sadly though, on migration, this does mean that they are attracted to light, and will often hit windows, often stunning it, or even killing it. Their flexible tip of their bills enables them to grasp prey and manipulate it during swallowing. Pretty cool, eh? They need soft ground in which to feed, probing their bills for worms and other invertebrates like I said earlier. Winters can kill woodcocks. If the ground is too frozen over, they'll stop them getting their food and they'll starve. A particularly harsh winter in the 60s made woodcocks resort to eating birdseed. Goldcrests, also known as the woodcock's pilot, also travel from Scandinavia in winter to the UK, and it was once believed that they hitched on the backs of woodcocks on migration. It was thought that woodcocks flew to the moon during months when they weren't seen, and the first full moon in November, when large numbers of them arrive on the coast, it's sometimes called the woodcock moon. Woodcocks fibre moonlit nights, as it helps them to find their way whilst migrating. When woodcocks arrive in the UK, it's known as falls, because out of exhaustion, they will drop themselves almost everywhere when they've finally reached land, even in urban areas, like I mentioned earlier. They are medium-sized birds, larger than common and jacksnipe, but smaller than a jackdaw. Little is known about what predates this bird, but there are 4 predators we know of that can eat this bird: foxes, peregrine falcons, goshawks and sparrowhawks. However, a woodcock can fan its tail feathers out if there's something attacking it. Females also use this for courtship. It has a medium dense plumage, much like an owl, making it look like some sort of an imposter owl. But the main reason behind this, if I tell someone in the comments who've already commented on this video, why is it an imposter? They'd be like, dunno. But the main reason behind this bird is that it is an imposter because it is not a species of owl. 5 species in the UK are considered owls. That is not an owl, and it's not even a bird of prey, because like I said earlier, it probes in the ground for food with its mouth. Anyway, the woodcock is very shy and secretive, preferring to hide in undergrowth of plants such as brambles, holly, hazel, gorse, bracken or bilberry. Although fairly common in the UK, woodcock numbers plunged by almost a third between 2003 and 2013, on top of the species losing more than half of its breeding range in the UK since 1970. This has landed the species on the UK Red List of Birds of Conservation Concern. People are even trying to save woodcocks, with Wild Justice trying to ban the shooting of these birds for sport and for food, and creating habitat in which the birds can thrive once more.